Hello, everyone, and welcome to our video today on will Social Security be around in 10 years and what federal employees need to know. My name is Evan Radin. I'm a certified financial planner with Capital Financial Planners, and I'm excited to talk about this topic with you guys. If we look at Social Security, it's one of the three legs of the stool for income for federal employees. And if we look at the US population as a whole, Social Security makes up 30 to 40% of income. And the other two legs of the stool for feds are obviously your federal pension and then withdrawals from your TSP and other investment accounts. And if we look at how Social Security works, what's coming in versus what's going out, what's going in is everyone pays 6.2% of their paychecks towards Social Security, and your employer makes up another 6.2%. So a total of 12.4% going toward Social Security from everyone's paycheck. And if we look in the past, more was going into Social Security than what was going out. And that additional surplus was going to the trust fund, basically a savings account for Social Security. And there was a surplus going into that account up until the early 2010s. And when the early 2010s rolled around, there was no longer a surplus being added, but what changed was the income that was being earned on those funds needed to be taken out to be paid out for benefits. And that was the case for a couple of years. And then if we move forward into 2018, that's when Social Security needed to actually dip into the trust fund to pay out benefits. And that's the situation today where there's a deficit. What's being paid in towards Social Security is less than what's going out. And if we forecast that out into the future, come 2033, that's when the trust fund will go to zero. So that's what you see on the news when you see that Social Security is in trouble. It's that the deficit from the trust is going to hit zero in 2033. So assuming no changes at all towards Social Security, the change that would need to happen is a 23% reduction for everyone who is currently receiving benefits and who are going to receive benefits. A 23% reduction across the board, that would keep things even of what's coming in versus what's going out. And it makes sense why this is happening, right? Where with the baby boomers moving into retirement, a lot more income being paid out from Social Security and less people joining the workforce, it makes sense that there's a deficit more that's being paid out versus what's coming in. So what's the impact for federal employees? Well, we're talking about a 23% reduction on one of the legs of the stool. So one of the other legs is going to need to pick it up. Obviously, that's not going to come from your pension. There's not going to be any changes to your pension. So the pressure that's going to lean on the other stool is withdrawals from your TSP and other investment accounts. So what are the options if we don't want to see a 23% reduction across the board for all Social Security benefits? There's two likely scenarios that we see. One of those scenarios is a increase on the salary cap of Social Security. As it stands today, you only pay that 6.2% up to 176,000 of income. Anything above and beyond that 176,000 of earned income, you don't pay that 6.2%. So that is one likely change that we can see is Congress either increasing that cap or eliminating it completely, where every dollar of earned income, you need to pay 6.2% towards Social Security. Another likely change that we could see is a increase of that percentage number, where instead of 6.2%, increasing that amount to increase what's going into Social Security to supplement what's going out. But the main point here is that Social Security is not going to go away completely. There's still going to be money coming in, but the worst case scenario that is the case today is a 23% reduction across the board. So we need to be proactive and have a plan for this. Number one, look at how much you're relying on Social Security for your retirement income. And if there is going to be a 23% reduction, how does that impact the withdrawals that you have from your TSP and other investment accounts? Is that sustainable? What's the tax impact of withdrawing more from your investment accounts, and having a strategic plan for if we see that dramatic change down the road. And here is our team, and we can help you take a look at those different scenarios. Plan A, if there's no changes. Plan B, if there's a 23% reduction, and how does that impact your overall plan. You can scan the QR code on the left to set up a one-on-one consultation with one of our advisors. That first meeting is complimentary. And please scan the QR code on the right and subscribe to our channel. It helps us get this content out to more people like yourself. Thanks for watching our video today, and we're excited for the next one.